Ice and snow are the largest store of fresh water in a time when water is crucial. And this crucial part of our natural system is now retreating and changing at a very fast rate. We've never faced this kind of challenges before. Our water banks are being depleted. So basically it's a call to action.
There are substantial numbers of people who are very dependent on seasonal snow melt and also glacial melt, and it's been estimated that perhaps well over 1 billion people live under the world's water towers, which are composed of solid versions of water called snow and ice. We also have to understand how these changes that we see happening to our snow and ice systems are playing out in terms of the planetary climate.
Ice has an implication even if you live in Africa, or you live in the Andes, or you live in Asia. Ice has implications because it's relevant for our climate systems, relevant for our water, it's relevant for our sea level rise, and a number of natural hazards.
The whole concept of the ice circle came about from the fact that in the international sphere, there's very little focus exclusively on ice and snow, which plays a huge role in the larger climate change perspective. Essentially, the Ice Circle initiative, it's being created as a platform for bringing together not only scientists but also policymakers, community leaders and people who are directly impacted to a common table where they can exchange ideas, where they can share what is working in their communities, what is not.
The idea started at a coffee table where a number of people from Iceland, artists, activists, scientists, we were talking.
We started brainstorming about ideas on how to actually mobilize public opinion and how to bring policymakers to pay attention to this essentially a global problem. And we thought that a number of public events may be a way to bring this awareness.
So we started to reflect on how to communicate this message, how to communicate this message of glaciers. So this is essentially how it began. It started as an artistic program where we were going to illuminate a glacier, we were going to do music based on sounds from glaciers, and we were going to move glaciers to big urban centers, to big cities like London and New York, to allow people to touch, feel, and be inspired by glaciers, so that people can make a direct connection between this distant world and the place where they live.
One of the main ideas that is being discussed at the moment is the declaration of an international year of ice and snow. And that will again be an opportunity to bring attention to both the cultural dimensions and the policy and management dimensions.
And we would join hands with ongoing research initiatives that would use as their starting point this international year and perhaps launch a decade-long research initiative to better understand these changes, let's say over a 10 to 20-year period.
The challenge is raising awareness of why ice is important, and for major stakeholders to understand there are things that can be done to start the process of getting communities as well as policymakers involved, rather than just letting this be a realm where scientists do their research and share their findings, wherein the main focus is to try and mainstream the dialogue on ice and snow into the larger water dialogue on climate change.
Ice is retreating. Ice is talking to us. Ice is nature's language for what is happening. So basically it's a call to action. Ice is telling us that something needs to happen.